1 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. Polling for 52 vacant seats of the Senate is underway at the national and 4 provincial assemblies. Elected representatives have described timely holding of the Senate elections as a step towards strengthening of democracy in the country. The United Nations is compiling dossiers to prosecute war criminals for heinous acts in Syria. In the Pakistan Super League, Multan Sultans face Quetta Gladiators this evening, while Peshawar's Zalmi will take on Lahore Qalandars tonight. And now the news in detail. Polling for 52 vacant seats of the Senate is underway at the national and 4 provincial assemblies, which will continue till 4 p.m. At the National Assembly Hall, declared polling station for the Senate elections, the polling started exactly at 0900 hours, with the Speaker Sardar Ayaz Sadiq being the first in line to cast his vote. Our correspondent Zahid Hamid has the details.
Polling, which had started at 9 in the morning, is continuing smoothly at the National Assembly Hall. Amongst the prominent figures who have polled their votes so far include Prime Minister Shahid Haqqan Abbasi, Opposition Leader Khurshid Shah, PTI Leader Shah Mahmood Qureshi, Speaker National Assembly Sardar Ayaz Sadiq, and some other cabinet members. Just for the recap of our listeners, 5 candidates are in the race for 2 seats from the federal cabinet, and 24 candidates are in the run for FATA seats. The polling will continue till 4 p.m. and later the Election Commission will announce the unofficial results.
Thank you, Zahid Hamid. In Lahore, the Provincial Election Commissioner Sharifullah is conducting the polling process as returning officer. 20 candidates are in the field to contest for 12 seats. In Sindh, 2 polling booths have been set up in the assembly to facilitate the members to cast vote to elect 12 senators. There are 33 candidates in Sindh. In Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, elections are being held on 11 seats with 26 candidates in the field. In Balochistan, 23 candidates are in the run for 11 seats. Polling in the Balochistan Assembly began late at 1100 hours. Radio Pakistan Quetta correspondent Aftab Shirazi reports that Sardar Aslam Bizinji of the National Party Balochistan cast the first vote, and so far 8 MPs have used their right to franchise. Elected representatives have described timely holding of the Senate elections as a step towards strengthening of democracy in the country. Talking to media persons in Islamabad today, the Interior Minister Ahsan Iqbal said Senate elections is yet another milestone in the democratic process. He said conspiracy theories of failed politicians about Senate elections have vanished. Talking to Pakistan Television, the Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Mariam Aurangzeb, said today marks an historic day for Pakistan as Senate elections are taking place on time. In an interview, the Minister for Housing and Works, Akram Khan Durrani, said prosperity of the people is linked to the democratic system. The Minister of State for Religious Affairs and Interfaith Harmony, Peer Mohammad Aminul Hasnat Shah, said polling for the Senate elections is underway in a peaceful environment, and whatever the decision, it will be accepted. The Pakistan Muslim League Zia Chief Ijazul Haq said Senate elections is a giant step towards strengthening of democracy. Pakistan Navy's ship PNS Himmat has provided immediate medical assistance to fishermen in the open sea. According to Pakistan Navy spokesperson, fishermen in Pakistani boat named Mashallah needed urgent medical assistance. In occupied Kashmir, the chairman of all parties Hurriyat Conference, Sayyid Ali Gilani, has expressed deep concern over the miserable plight of illegally detained Kashmiris languishing in different jails. Sayyid Ali Gilani, in a statement in Srinagar, said despite court orders, the detainees are not being released. He termed the shifting of detainees to outside Kashmir as political vendetta. The United Nations is compiling dossiers to prosecute war criminals for heinous acts in Syria. This was stated by the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, Zaid Rad Al Hussein, at a meeting of Human Rights Council on the situation in East Ghouta in Geneva. He said the perpetrators of these crimes will be held accountable for their acts. And now cricket in the Pakistan Super League. 2 matches will be played today. Multan Sultans will play against Quetta Gladiators this evening, while Peshawar Zalmi will take on Lahore Qalandars tonight. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.